Alright, we're gonna get back on the road, the dirt road, and keep on heading home. I'll definitely try to do some more research and figure out exactly what that is, or if it has any historical value or anything. I'm really not 100% sure. Like I was saying, I believe there used to be, or still is, a town of Huasna. I know when coming out here, there's one way you can turn, and there's Huasna School, and I'm not sure what else is out that way. That'll be another video for another day. We'll go explore out that way and stuff. Excuse me. I know I've said this before, but if you like what you see and you want to see more, please hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell so that way you know whenever I get a new video out. I'm going to try to, get on a schedule for getting videos out, but right now my work schedule where I work is very, very weird at best. Weird split days off. Days off keep changing. It's just because we're really short-staffed right now. Hopefully that's going to get better soon, though. We did just hire a new person, so with any luck, we'll get, my schedule will go back to somewhat normal. I do believe my days off will be changing here, though, next month, because one of my coworkers is going to be on leave for a while, and I'm going to have to work Sundays, which normally I don't work Sundays. By the way, today is Wednesday, which normally I work Wednesdays, but because the schedule's all weird. Puddle right there. So that's why I'm off on a Wednesday, out cruising around. We actually started the day off by cruising down onto the Oceano Beach and drove around there for a little bit. It was nice out there. This road really is very similar to the High Mountain Road, where it's, basically it's a road. It's just not maintained. It's an unmaintained country road, pretty much. There's like little mini rock slides all over the place and stuff. Branches that have fell. Looks like someone's probably been out here since we had the bigger storms that we just had, and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Here comes one of our first water crossings, and it's basically a creek. We're not really running right now for the most part. There's these little deep puddles. I have already crossed all these on the way in, so now I shouldn't have any problem getting back through them. So that was one of a few. There's a few more we're gonna hit. Plus some big puddles too, and little most of the road is a dirt road. When you're first coming in, of course, you're on pavement for most of Huasna Road. Then it pretty much just ends and it becomes dirt. But you'll see once we actually hit the pavement where it just all of a sudden becomes pavement again. So, still got a little ways to go though. We're still just out in the dirt now. A few more of the creek crossings to do and stuff like that. See by like those little creek crossings and just the way the road is, definitely don't recommend a small car coming out here, but like a two-wheel drive truck would be fine. I've pretty much been in two-wheel drive this whole time. The only time I put in four-wheel drive is when I was trying to attempt something before I even started filming, which eventually that will all get filmed and stuff too. I mean, but out here you really do not need four-wheel drive. There's another puddle. But definitely recommend a vehicle that's, it doesn't have to be high clearance, but I mean, definitely it's got some clearance. And my Jeep is just a stock Jeep Cherokee, so it's not lifted or anything like that. And like I said earlier, when I went through that one mud puddle, I did bottom out on something, or scrape, not bottom out, but scrape something, a big rock or something. Which does tell me I definitely need to put a little bit of a lift on this, but it's not something that's a priority. One thing I am going to be getting here probably really soon is actually the roof basket for it. And a lot of that is because of the Shaver Lake trip we got coming up. Basically, I'm going to be in charge of carrying most of all the duffel bags and the ice chest and everything as we go up there. Plus the two dogs, Coco and Hattie. And then I'll probably have my nephew with me too. I don't plan on filming the entire, trip as we head up to Shaver, but I definitely will film some parts of the trip. And then when I'm up there, I definitely plan on doing some exploring and some adventuring and make it into videos. Currently, right now, as I am speaking, I don't have any videos out yet. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get a few videos together and then get them, some of them maybe edited, possibly not edited. I'm pretty sure that these are all just going to go out raw just like they are, and start off there. Got to start somewhere, right? That was like a steep trail that possibly could be done. It's like it's a driveway for somebody, but not something I wanted to attempt right now. I know this is probably not the most exciting channel in the world, and I'm not doing all kinds of crazy 4x-in, but that's not what Adventure Dogs is about. Adventure Dogs is about me and my dog getting out, enjoying nature, enjoying the day, enjoying life, basically. And something I enjoy doing is, going off-roading. And I mean, I don't have an extreme off-roading machine, but something like this, where I'm at right now, is totally fine. And hey, I got a day off from work. Let's get out and do stuff. I mean, I currently work 5 days a week, full time, so 40-hour weeks. So when I get my days off, I enjoy, just getting out and doing stuff, just being free, just having fun. And this is fun to me. This might not be fun to everybody, but this is fun to me. Lots of just little mud puddles and stuff right out here. Imagine these are probably people that have property out here. Let the cows go through. Well, just heading slowly and heading towards the back as they're moving some cattle right now. Like I said before, both sides of this road is private property. The road is technically open for people to cruise on, but the ranchers and the farmers and all that out here, they definitely have the right of way. So we'll definitely not get in their way. Looks like the guy behind me's got a couple dogs there with him. I'm sure they're both working dogs too. They're there to herd cattle and everything like that. They're slowly just pushing the cattle to where they need them to be. Stopped up here again. I'll probably just stop again. So I'm just hanging back as far back as I can so I don't get in their way or anything. Just let them do their thing. I'm sorry if the video gets low. It's still new to me, and I have to speak up. I don't have a microphone. Once again, this is all filmed on my cell phone right now. So let them do their thing. I'm just gonna stop here for a second. We got one that's like up off the side of the road, and the other guy that's on the road right now. Like I said, I don't want to get in their way or anything, so I'm gonna let them do what they gotta do. Let them get the cows a little bit ahead of me there. And just slowly cruise. Ain't got no. my day off from work, so I'm not in any big rush or anything. I don't think they want them to go off to the side there. That's where they're going to try to go. But they want them to continue along this road is what they're hoping for. That's why they got one guy that's still on the road, and then we got another one who's actually out in the more grassy filled area over there. Road is in charge to keep the cows moving forward, and the guy that's off to the side over there, he's in charge of keeping the cows from taking off up the side of the mountain and stuff too. Very green out here, a lot of good grazing areas for cattle and stuff. Looks like the cattle did go off the road there. Don't know if that's where they wanted them. See, I just kind of hang back and yeah, the cows are going off to the side, kind of going through the creek and stuff. Got one guy that's sped up ahead of me. I believe he's probably hitting at a point where he knows that he might have to cut him off. I had actually just passed the cows already down there, so they're not going super fast. I don't know if the other guy that was left back there, if he was going to try to follow him along that road or sit there just for a minute to make sure they don't turn around. But yeah, we got one more creek crossing here, and then this is where the cows are probably about to come out, and they're going to move them into that field. Cows are now back there, and those guys are going to take care of all that. Those are actually the first people I've seen out here since I came out here today. Like I said, I did see a truck and trailer, but I didn't see anyone around that earlier, so those are the first actual people I've seen. stuff. And my buddy who lived in the big old house out there was, became friends with the people that worked at the mushroom farm, and so they would hook him up with, sweet deals and give him these big old giant boxes of these giant portobello mushrooms. And we used to do like stuffed mushrooms and all kinds of just really good stuff with them. And that is all the fresh produce that we were able to get out there. Now, when it rained, it got very, very, very muddy, especially on the road that cut pretty much across the farm fields. It was a muddy, sticky mess. Now, there was another way in, another way around that road, I guess you'd say, that was usually a little more compact, but it was pretty crazy. I wish I could actually take you guys out there to show you all that, but it's all private property, and I don't know anyone that lives out there anymore, so unfortunately, I cannot take you out there. Going to be coming up on another cattle guard crossing, but first a tiny puddle, and then the cattle guard. And then on the right side of me there is a little creek that's got water, and that's the creek that's been basically zigzagging back and forth through here on the little crossings that we've had across. Gonna hit some more mud puddles up here. Like I was saying before, I know this is probably not the most exciting YouTube content that you've ever seen. Actually, a lot of it will probably be cut out and shortened up, probably. But then again, who knows? Maybe I just put the whole thing on as just one long video, which I don't think I'm gonna do because it just doesn't seem like the right way to do it. I don't see a bunch of you people wanting, or anyone really wanted to watch a very boring video for an hour or so. So I'll try to cut these episodes down, smaller for sure. But at the same time, you keep the camera rolling so that way you can get all the footage, and if something does happen crazy, well, at least you got it caught on camera. Eventually, I'm going to get my little GoPros that I have and get those charged up and get some big SD cards for them so I can start using those also. Get some other camera angles and stuff like that. I do have a couple other old cell phones that I could use for cameras, recording and stuff like that. And then eventually, if stuff takes off and people actually want to see more content, I'll have to see how that goes. If you do like what you're seeing so far, and you want to have more adventures of Adventure Dogs, then hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. Also, drop me a comment down there in the comment box and let me know what you like or don't like. I mean, if you think, hey, this is too long and damn boring, tell me. I'm willing to change up this. This is something that I'm new that I'm going to try here. Cows right up there just hanging out. Open areas like this are to just want to go out there and drive through it. It is all private property, and you got to respect the property owners out here. Because really, if they wanted to, they could probably complain enough and get this road completely closed down for public type use. So, if you do come out here, please respect the owners' properties out here. Just be respectful. Some more cows up here. Looks like we got this one, a couple of them that are pretty close to being on the road. That one's trying to cross the cattle guard. So be very careful here. Both the dogs already know what cows are out where I live right now. We got some cows out there, so they're not too concerned about the cows. They both know what deer are too, but they like trying to chase deer. They definitely chase squirrels and all that fun dog stuff. There's a good section of High Mountain Road that's like this that has cows on both sides, and both sides is private property. Good section of actually it there too. But then it does open up on High Mountain. It does open up to Los Padres, I believe it is, which is national forest. So there's definitely some more opportunities for off-roading. I mean, there's not a whole lot out there either, but there is some more opportunities. There's also Big Falls out that way, which you start off on High Mountain Road, but then you turn off to, I think it's Upper Lopez. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look that up again, but then you take that road and you go to what's called Big Falls, which right now more than likely has got water. Another cattle guard crossing here. was a city or county maintained road. Pretty sure it's just like I said, all the ranchers out here that they try to keep it nice because they gotta drive up and down it sometimes to get to their back parts or side parts or basically to the other parts of their property that are out here where they have cows. Creek crossing was actually the last creek crossing. I think there's a couple like dry ones, but I don't think there's any more water ones. I think there's, I believe, a few more puddles and stuff like that, but I don't think there's really any more creek crossings if I remember correctly. We are coming up on another cattle guard up here though. That's the sign when you're heading out there. Like I said, we're in the process of leaving right now. Excuse me. Going back up there. This is all still fairly maintained section of the road. Still dirt, but fairly maintained for sure. There's definitely not any giant ruts or anything right here. Truck. Apparently he's gone now. Got to come up on an old wood bridge here. I mean, it could definitely hold weight. This has semis that go over, but it's gonna have a crazy wood bridge. Straight from the bridge, it goes right to a cattle guard crossing. what you saw and you want to see more, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe. All right, we're signing off. Everybody, have a great day.